part 3, and I will be okay. I was so happy when I bought the foundation after the research and everything, and I already had fired from my job, and I was saving the money, and that was the last money I got. I bought the foundation, and not only the foundation, because I was kind of, if I only have the foundation. So I went and I bought a mascara that gave me weird reaction. I got bumps like with pus. It was awful all over the lash line, the waterline. I think that was being used before. And this is this Rimmel Curl 24 whatever in this packaging. But I cleaned it. I use it clean, and sometimes I brush my eyelashes and eyebrows with this thing that is clean, that it has no product in it. Or I just put a little bit of coconut oil and I brush my lashes. That's only what I do with this, but the product is not anymore. So I will be like talking to you with my eyes closed, but I will be, because I have powdered and everything, I will just apply this sort of homemade setting spray that is water and alcohol. Sometimes I put more alcohol. This time I put more alcohol than water. Sometimes when I put more water, it doesn't dry very fast, and kind of I need to find a between. And so in the moment that I got fired, actually I was about to quit because of my dog's health. And my dog's health was getting worse and worse and worse. And I needed a distraction. This is why I started blogging. But before I started blogging, I needed makeup. And the kinesiologist, my dog's kinesiologist, has a brother that lives in the United States. And I said, hey, can he bring me some makeup so I can start my kit? And in that moment, it was great, but he's supposed to come come sooner, and I started. I waited like 7-8 months until I get the brushes, the makeup that I got from United States. So I was kind of wanting to start before that, but I couldn't. And my dog's health was getting worse and worse, and I was not looking for a job. I was not looking for a job. But I did that in 2016. I did that research so I can start, when I go back and I start looking for a job, at least I won't make the mistakes that I did in the past, or being much better, you know. The job, I lost the job at the beginning of 2016, actually. And when I went to the interview, I was wearing the concealer, the powder, nothing else on my face. I was kind of like blah, actually. I was not doing all this stuff, the steps that I do now. And it's kind of the first video that I did when I just tell you, when you want to, don't look very, like I just woke up in the morning and I have very dark circles. I consider that matches my skin tone, and I put powder, so cream and powder, blah 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 blah, and then the lipstick, and that's it. Well, I was kind of like that. And well, my dog's disease started getting worse and worse. It's a disease that it has no return. It's a degenerative myelopathy. and I was having stressed out because of that disease. When I started saying that it gets worse and worse and worse, is my dog started with walking problems. She couldn't jump the bed. In the middle of 2015, there was one day that she couldn't, and I thought that she was kind of getting lazy. And the first day I was kind of, come on, Lucy, come on, jump to the bed. You always do it. And my bed is not very tall, and she always jumped to the bed. There was so many pictures of her on my bed when I was not there, because she was very comfortable on my bed. There are so many. When she passed away, I just posted 13 days because she was 13 years with me, and I really miss her. I still missing her, but the way that she moves the things and she rests and sleep on the stuff, that was kind of very, very her. And for some reason she couldn't. So around May, June, she couldn't. And the third day I was kind of, no, mommy. I was talking to my mother and I said, Ma, something is happening because she cannot get into the bed. So we took her to the bed, and they thought there was arthritis, something like that. In Spanish, I have no idea in English, so I'm so sorry. And she got like 2 months medication, but there was not that. So we got, because of her vet told us about this kind of kinesiologist, and we started calling places. So if there is someone that can come to our home, because we didn't have a car, we cannot pay hundreds of pesos every single time we need to take her a place. We don't have any place near. So, and there is this girl that she is amazing as a person, that came to our home and started, I will be doing something to calm her, but I cannot do a full treatment until I know her disease, because she doesn't have arthrosis or arthritis. She has something else. So I will recommend you to go to see this doctor, a neurologist, and he will tell you exactly. He will start doing stuff. So we did tons of studies, labs and everything, and she got this degenerative myelopathy. We knew about this in the middle of the dates. I'm so bad at the dates. I think it was January, or it was already February, I think it was already February when we knew that she got that disease, and I was already fired. But I was about to quit because she was not able to walk for her own. Her back legs were starting to be weak, and suddenly she was kind of, her last part of the body was piecing herself, piecing every time, everywhere. We started putting her diapers, and I was the only one that I could carry her. We made a chest made for her, sort of our knees, so I can raise her or carry her everywhere. And it was getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And in 2017, I needed kind of a relief when I got the makeup. I started testing the makeup. I was kind of watching more videos every time. The makeup was college was not good. I was all over the place. I feel bad. I didn't want to go out to my friends because I didn't want to leave my dog And my mother cannot have her change the diapers or anything because she got a surgery in the back and she cannot carry weight and all the stuff. And my brother is useless. So my brother is kind of out of the question here. And I was kind of bad because I was 24 hours for my dog. And I need something to like have my face, my head off, and I started blogging. I didn't have a computer because my computers were broken, and I use my mother's computer sometimes so I can translate, I can write. I use the phone, the photos. The phone cannot take, for some reason, it's not grabbing the colors from the plums and the purples there, and some greens are not taking them 100% real. And I was a little bit frustrated. That's why I stopped blogging. But the makeup helped me to overcome my dog's passing, because I had to decide to put her to sleep once that her front legs were not working. And it was around May that I started noticing, but because I was a selfish bitch, I had some exams to have them done, and I knew if I had that before the exams, I would be not focusing on the exams and I would fail. And I postponed her suffering, because she was suffering, until I got the exams done. The last days, was the 29th of June. In the morning, I had a final exam. It was a final exam for that subject. It's not my final exam. I am very far from that. And let me grab something. It was that June the 29th, 9 in the morning, when I arrived home at 9:30 or something after the exam. No, 9 because of the exam, I finished it like an hour in or something. And I arrived home at 9, and I told my mother, and I said, the doctor that followed her disease will be tomorrow in the afternoon. I will call for 4:15, and I will ask them if there will be many people, because if it's not, we will having her there. And that was a Friday, June 30th, the last day of June, that I took her to the vet, and that was the worst day in my life. I'm sorry. This is not easy. Still, after a year and something, it is not easy for me to say that I miss her. That was my daughter. And I did everything I could to give her the best of the best. We also got acupuncture for her, and that's why, instead of the books that says that a disease will have her, because once the legs, the muscles are taken, the front legs are taken, the internal organs will be starting failing. And I didn't want it to go through that. I didn't want it to be like one day my dog cannot breathe and die because she was drowning. That would be awful. So I'm sorry, people, but I think that I cannot love someone else more than I love my dog. I cannot. And she was my therapy, and I needed something to focus on. I couldn't focus on college, and I needed something that I could touch, I could play with. My head would be like, I'm just beyond this. And makeup was one of the things that were new in my life. And I was kind of doing this blogging and this stuff because it was kind of a diversion for what is happening. I barely sleep. She was crying. She wakes up and starts crying. Maybe she could sleep an hour, and I slept with her. The same moment that she was up, I was up. And that was not it. If I tell you that from January to May, my neighbors upstairs were making the 2 bathrooms anew, and they were drilling, hammering. It was kind of impossible to sleep throughout the day, so I could only sleep at night. And trust me, there were some days that I barely sleep 30 minutes, an hour, and it was up all day. I couldn't focus on school. I have no idea how I passed that test, that exam. I have no idea. I was doing 2 subjects. One, it was impossible, and the other one was this one that I had, that because of that subject I postponed my dog's passing, and she started suffering. But once she passed away, I found myself kind of, well, and now what? So I started filming. I started filming the videos. I started with the ideas. I needed to distract myself again because it was not easy for me. So I got the ideas. I filmed some videos that are saved. I just uploaded, but they are private, with the lighting, with the flash, with this, that. I started like testing how I will be doing my videos, because I needed a version as well. And I said, well, I'm already helper at a college. I help a professor at college, and why I cannot, all the knowledge that I gathered, because I was watching videos, I was blogging and everything, all this knowledge that I gathered throughout this year, why I don't start trying to help people? And also I'm thinking of my thesis, my college thesis, that it will be coming nearer and nearer every single time now. Actually, when I had an intensive course that is a subject of college that instead of 3 months, 4 months, you do in 1 month. And it was okay. That was also another distraction, and I felt myself adjusting the time, the sleeping, everything throughout that month. When I got adjusted, I was kind of okay. I filmed some stuff. I know exactly what to do. I know exactly what to do. I adjusted my sleeping times, and now I think that I can start doing this, and that is a second motive that why I started doing my YouTube channel. So part 4, I'm so sorry, but I will be like uploading parts after parts, and I'm doing 2 steps each video. This is awful. I know there will be like thumbs down, I know, but after filming all this, I will be released. I will feel relieved, not released, relieved, that I have all this out of my chest.